All these days, you are started used to write main directly, right? But now you see,
Yes, sir.
written main before. I have written my entire program. Then at the end, I have written a main function. If you observe in main function, I am creating an object. See, what is the class name? My class name is student class. So student class space some object name. I named it as OB1, right? Instead of OB1, I can give any name. But my object name is OB1. I created object 1 is equal to new student class. This is a way to create an object through hard coding. Previous method was through BlueJ method. Using BlueJ method, if I want to create an object, I can create like that. That is right click on it and you can say create object. But here I can creating with like hard coding. Class name space object name is equal to new class name bracket. Means now object is created. Namely OB1 is created in your computer memory. What it will have? It will have separate memory for a name, physics, chemistry, bio, total and average marks. Separate memory for each these variables will be allotted. For example, if someone admits into a class, school, for example, if you join my school, class, tuition, then what I do, I keep one separate page for you to enter your name, your details, your fees, your marks, all these things I'll keep it separately. So one more child joins, I keep one more sheet for him to store all this information, right? So as and when the object is created in my class, I keep a separate page for him. Same thing. When the first object is created, for that object, yes, I have given a space. This, what are the data members I declared here? These things can be stored for him separately now. But how to store? Yes, you need to call this function. See, object name is OB1 dot accept. Accept is a function. I can call this function so that name on three subject mass are accepted. Then OB1 dot calculate. I can call calculate function. The total and average is calculated. Then I'm calling display function. See the order. Order is very, very important. Here, no, these three functions you write in any order, not an issue. This order is not important for me. You write in any order. But how do you call? That order is important for us. First you need to accept, then only you can calculate, then only you can display. For example, I'll say, give me the sum. You ask, what is the sum? Sum means what? What numbers you are given? Nothing you are given, no? You just keep quiet, like how you gave a zero. So if you give two numbers, yes, then you will add and you can give me the answer, right? Tell me more.
Sir, shouldn't like the main method be in a separate class?
No, not necessary.
But sir, during execution, how will you?
I will show now. I will show.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Now, this program, right? I had typed. I'm going to compile it now because I made a changes now here. This I added this lines now. I'm going to compile. See, I compiled. Compiled. No syntax error. Right? There is no syntax error. I close this program. When I close this program, when I close this program, okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So did you stop screen sharing, sir?
I,
Sir, I'll rejoin, sir. I think there is a.
wait. Visible? Is it visible? Is the screen is visible?
Yes, sir, it's
Yes,
visible.
sir. It is visible.
Okay. Now, I see when I right click on it, can you see new student classes there, which was there before? With,
Yes, sir.
with that, I got void main now. I got
Yes, sir.
main function here. Click on it. When I click on this, see I'm getting the output window. Right? In this window, enter the name of the student is coming directly. Why?
So because the main method
Sir,
is
the main
included.
method was like you gave the order, sir.
Yes, in the main method, now you notice that I create an object. With that object, immediately I call a function accept. So when automatically the accept function is called, when I execute the main function, object will be created, accept function will be called. So in the accept function, if I write some object name as a student as Veer, see I entered Veer, immediately I'm getting next line, physics chemistry marks, 80, 80, 80. See, then after this, I'm not going to call. You see now, automatically it is also coming. Because after calculation function, I am calling display function over there. As a result, the output also will come like this. So everything comes like this. Are you getting the concept here? So like this, through hard coding,
Yes, sir.
we are creating an object here. We are creating an object through hard coding here. Whereas previous was not like that. See, if I run this program,
Earlier,
one object is created here. If I run one more time, this will delete and one more object will be created, and that only one program, one value, one set of values I can give. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I close it, that is over. Once again, if I right click on it, main is there. If I click on main now, yes. Once again, I can create an object now. I can create an object. See, enter the name. I can say Chris. I can type Chris. Anything I can type. Then marks 80. Sorry. Enter the marks 80. I should be careful while entering 80, 80, 80. So I entered all the marks. Once I enter the marks, and automatically the function is called and we get back the result. Processing is going on and we get back the result. So this is the way it works out. So if you observe, I can create an object through BlueJ method or I can create an object through hard coding. Which method is better?
hard
Hard
coding.
coding, sir.
Hard coding is not the good method because there is no flexibility of creating as and when the number of objects you want. Here means any number of objects you can create, all will be there and all are visible to you. Then you can keep on right clicking on it to call any of the functions. Here we don't have any of those flexibility now, right?
Yes, sir. We'll have only one object, and
Yes,
we have to keep
if I
using
want
that
to create
object.
one more object, I can create. But once again, the hard coding I must do for that. Then always I have to do two programs here. I can create one more object like this. I can copy the whole thing. I can copy and I can paste one more time now. But when I paste, instead of OB1, I should make it as OB2 now. See, variable already exists, it says. I have to make OB2. Then I have to call OB2, OB2, OB2 here. OB2, OB2. Right?
Yes, sir.
This is a
So you have to keep doing it.
yes. But just
But if the main function is not there, you can create
yes, that is the reason
number
we
of objects, how many ever we want.
prefer to go with the hard coding like main function. It is better to do that what we method we did. But in the exam, if they mention write a main method to create an object and call the functions, then you have to show these lines. Then you need to show these lines. Is this much is okay? Is this much is fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, are you able to differentiate between the class and an object?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have little confusion, sir. Like
See,
object.
see, class what happens? Class gives a general structure of it. Class gives a general structure of it, which does not exist on its own. For example, this example here we are seeing, we are in everything here. Class should have name, data members like this, function for this is this. But does any object exist here? I put it
Yes.
in board. in my home that I'm taking a tuition for computer class. Yes, I know I can teach. I know how should I teach. I know how everything I know. But if without someone join the class, is it of any use? Right? If
Oh,
someone,
no, sir.
for example, you join, you're an object of my class. You're the first object of my class. Then I will start teaching you. You may be alone, or I may get many more students here. I can accommodate everyone in my home. They are all my objects. I teach the same thing, but how much they understand varies, right? So many objects can be there, maybe one, ten,
Yes, sir.
1,000. But my class, I know what should I teach, how should I teach, what I'm going to do. Everything is known to me in advance. So class gives a general structure. That's all. Object is a unique existing entity. Or in simple term, I want to collect your data. Okay. I
Yes, sir.
make a form in a note paper, no? I take a paper or in a MS Word, no? I type name, this. I make a format of it. Then I take a printout of it. I take a printout. Then what I do? I take 100 Xerox copies of it. I take 100 Xerox copies of it. I take 100 prints of it. Whoever wants to join my school, my class, I distribute it to them so that they can fill up the details over there. Right? I have given a general
Yes,
structure.
sir.
I have a general structure. That is the class. Then you filled in and given it back to me. Yes, it has unique entity information. Each page is different. Each child has given his own information. I have 100 copies. I give to 100 students. 100 students filled in the information. They gave it back to me. Means I have 100 objects in my class now.
Sir, so that means that the copy, like normal printout was the class, but after the information was filled, that became the object.
Yes, they become the object. Class gives the blueprint. Class gives the blueprint.
Blueprint.
And object actually fills in the full information in it. Right? That is the way
Yes, sir.
people differentiate the class and object. So here you saw one class is created with so many properties. And I showed you how can I create more than one object. I would have created only one object. Then you feel why should I create a class separately and object separately? Class, if a class is ready, I can create any number of objects. Means if I'm ready to take class, means then I can accommodate any number of students in my class now, right? For example, now you two are there. If 100 students want to join here, do I have any problem? Do I have any
No,
problem? Nothing, no?
No, sir.
I can
no,
just
sir.
I can just put them inside my class when whoever comes, right? So that is the concept of it. They are all objects of my class. I think this is a clear example to understand a class and the object, the difference between class and an object.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, do you want to take to this program or you can remember or can you take a screenshot of it?
I'll take screenshots, sir.
Take a screenshot of it. Maybe you can go through it later. Take a screenshot.
Can you scroll down?
Scroll down. Is it over? Is it over?
Yes, sir. Finished, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
1 minute. Right? Now, it should be very, very clear in your mind what is a class, what is an object, and what the class contains. What class contains? Class contains data members and functions. Class contains data members and functions. Main function is not necessary. Shall I ask one small question now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, see, I compared the program, right? I said accept is a function, calculate is a function, display is a function, as well as main is a function. They are all functions. Totally now there are 4 functions here, right? There are
Yes, sir.
4 functions. When I'm closing it and when I'm right clicking on it, I'm getting only a main function, not the other functions. Why?
Sir, because the main function contained all the other functions. I think so.
Sir, the main function contains the object.
Oh, okay. I will do one thing. I'll delete all those lines. I'll delete all those things. I will also print something else here. Instead of writing this line, no, I say print system dot out dot print line. I am a main function. I'll type that much. Then it will not come. Huh?
No, sir, it will.
It will come. Why it will come then? Why specialities?
Sir, that's
It's main function, so that's right.
It is the main function. That's why. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll change it. I'll change to some other name here instead of main. Not main. Down. I'll write. I'll make it as down. Still, it will come down. Still, I'll compile now. Compile. No syntax error.
Sir, is this because of static, sir?
Very nice. Because the static keyword. See, for other functions, we didn't use static keyword. For this, we use a static keyword. Means, if you write any function with static keyword, understand? If you write any function with static keyword, then they will be listed over here. They will be listed over here. Okay. That's the speciality of that function, static function. Static function can be called
Sir, I have a doubt.
static.
If the
Yeah.
if the first three functions we wrote, sir, if in that we would write static, so all three would come, sir.
No, we can't make them as static only.
Only one, sir.
No, we can't write them static. If we can't make them as static. I'll teach you later why. I'll tell you because it's a long story. Suddenly it confuses us. But why I'm saying why that static is why when it comes over here, why it is coming over here, not the other. Just I want to explain that part. So I told you I'll explain that one later. That is why static is not given for it and why static is required. So whenever you want the function to be called directly, then you make a word, put a word static. Okay, so that is the reason. Not necessarily main should be there here. It can be main or anything else. Some schools write some their own names. We can't decide because of that, because the static keyword. Is this concept is fine?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir. Understood.
Not in your book, right? This is not there in your book. This I explained so that you can understand from the book. When I start explaining from the book, you will understand better with this example. Now, is it for me to explain, right? Assume you are not seen the elephant. You are not seen the elephant. I'm trying to explain the elephant to you. Can I explain elephant to you without showing it to you?
No, sir.
Even I don't have a picture of it. You have not seen the picture. Even I have seen the picture. But you have not seen the picture. I don't have a picture to show it to you. If I start explaining, how can I explain? Right?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's it.
What is going on in your school? Yeah, just explained. Nothing went into your head. Now, if I start explaining with this example, it's clear in your mind, you will start understanding better, faster, accurate. You'll be confident in understanding what you are understanding. Okay. Are you getting the concept?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Basic. Now, so when can we have a next class?
Sir, you tell your time, sir. We'll make.
For me, tomorrow it is on Saturday, something like 2 to 4. Because today only I wanted to have a 1 hour class. Because first time I'm discussing with Veer.
Sir, can we have it so after 3:30? Actually, I have a class till 3:30.
School is there at the tuition. 3:30 to 3:30. 3:34. No, I have a class at 6 o'clock. And I will have a full work. Full hour class. 6 I have a class. No. Okay, 1 minute. 4 to 6 can we have a class then?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 4 to 6.
4 to 6 we can have a class. Okay, listen here. See, do you want me to explain the first and second chapter of your textbook or how is it? What do you want me to explain to me exactly?
Sir, actually, I don't know why, but they have included the first. They have told that we have the first chapter also,
Hmm.
so we have to study first chapter also.
Hmm.
And yes, sir, like there's too much theory, sir, and we don't know, sir, what to like learn and what to not, sir. So it's very confusing, sir. So we'll start. So can we start with the first chapter, sir?
But I can start. See, I went through that. Then I realized that without explaining this concept is not possible to understand the first chapter. That's the reason I explained this concept.
So to understand that, first we need to understand this class and
That's the reason
method
I
and all that.
explained it. That is why I asked you to send the copy. No, I went through the book. Then I realized if I start explaining, it is of no use. Only time will be wasted. So I explained this now. Okay. Now,
Okay, sir.
now that is the reason I started there.